And I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, if anybody can't see my screen, please let me know. I'm not gonna keep you guys long. This is going to be our Lady Boss Marketing exclusive Q&A webinar where we're going to hit what it takes to have a successful Shopify store. We're going to hit all the points very quickly. So I'll type any links that we need, in the chat. And you can also feel free to copy and paste my screen or take a screenshot. But I would suggest you get your notepad out and just take some notes real quick. If you guys can't see my screen, let me know. Okay, and I'm reading over some of your questions right now. Hey, Gerald, what's going on? Welcome to the webinar. Okay, and Ebony, you said, what is SDK integration? SDK, integration, and is that important? I don't think so, because I don't even know what it is. So so my stores have been surviving fine without whatever that abbreviation is. I'm not even sure what that is. I have to look that up for you later. Okay, all right, y'all, so let's get cracking right now so we can get through this webinar. I'm going to get started, and then I'm going to answer some questions. I don't want to keep y'all long. A few of y'all do already have Shopify stores, so but some of you don't. So what is Shopify? Okay, Shopify.com is basically just a platform that you can host an online store on. That's all it really is. Shopify in itself is not a business. Some people think that Shopify in itself, is a business. It's not a business with and for itself. Okay, you are the business. You bring the business to Shopify. So Shopify.com is just, in my book and in most people's book, the number one e-commerce solution to run your online store. They have all the tools that you need to run your business. Okay, so that's what Shopify is. Shopify is not for everybody. The reason I say that is because Shopify costs money. What I would really say is, you have to decide whether or not Shopify is for you or Shopify is not for you. Okay, you need to have something to pay your bills while you're building your business. Okay, if you don't, there are marketplaces that you can sell on. There's marketplaces selling, such as Amazon. It's not free to sell on Amazon, but it's a lot less to sell on Amazon than it is to sell on Shopify. How about eBay? If you know what you're doing, eBay is a great place as well to do marketplace selling. Another marketplace is OpenSky.com. So let me put those down. So OpenSky.com, eBay.com, Amazon.com, and then there's another one too that it's not real popular, so it's not even coming to mind right now. But there are some other online marketplaces that you can sell that you won't have to actually bring your own traffic to Shopify. So you have to decide whether or not you want to run the risk of having your own store and paying a monthly, bill for your own store, or whether or not you want to go to the marketplaces. I suggest if you're low on funds, but you want to get selling and you want to see what sells, a good way to do that is to jump on the marketplaces, okay? And we can talk about that, on another Webby. So just to tell you a little bit about me, just so you know what my background is, my name is Dallas Gordon. I just launched Lady Boss Marketing recently, just some months ago. I've been online for almost 7 years now with e-commerce business. I started out with an online jewelry store, which I pretty much winged it. I didn't know much back then about what I was doing, and I sold physical products. I changed that business from a physical products business to a drop shipping business, and now I own about 2 different Shopify stores. I have Amazon and eBay stores as well as my own marketing and training and coaching. So this is what I'm doing, guys, and I was able to change my business module from physical products to drop shipping successfully. So that is my background, so you know who I am, okay? And let's see. So let's hop on down here and hit these points, and then we're just going to start answering questions, okay? So let's talk about if you do want a Shopify business, what the recipe for success is. Okay, we're going to hit some points. If you just started your online store, I'm just going to hit some basics of what's important for you to have. I'm not going to get too much in detail on the webinar, but I'm definitely going to dust the surface. So your recipe for Shopify success. So first of all, if you haven't started your free trial for Shopify, here is the link all the way at the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna paste this. I'm gonna copy and paste this in the chat. This is my own link. You can get 14-day free trial. I put it in the chat. The link is there. You can copy and paste it and go there after the webinar and get rocking if you haven't already started your Shopify store. Okay. So Shopify gives you a 14-day free trial. From there, the plan start at $29 a month and they go up from there. What I would say is if you're just starting, you really haven't made sales in your business, I would say start at the $29 plan. Don't be an app junkie like me. I call myself an app junkie. Don't add a whole bunch of apps, okay? Because you're going to run your Shopify bill up. I've seen $200 Shopify bills knock my socks off, all because I like to add a lot of apps. So you don't need all of that. You just need a basic plan, okay? What do you need to succeed in business? So we're going to start from the top. Okay, of course you need a logo. Branding is very, very, very important for your business, right? You can't have a business without branding. What's the difference between some mom and pop clothing store on the corner and Macy's? Macy's took themselves seriously and actually are a brand. They actually have a logo. They actually stand behind what that logo stands for. So you need one. So you want to go to, I always suggest you want to go to either, let's see, Fiverr.com for a quick logo or Pinnacle logo.com. Fiverr, you can get a logo for about $5. There's some pretty good designers on there. Just sort the search results by the most reviews. You'll probably be happy with logos. You can also, if you want to pay a little more for a logo, you can go with Pinnacle logo, about $25, I think, for a logo package. So you want to start there. EIN, guys, make sure that you have your EIN. You don't want, if you're real serious about business, you don't want to do business under your social security number, right? So you want to go to irs.gov. You want to register, and I'm going fast because I want to answer questions. irs.gov, and you want to register for a business. EIN, okay? You want to have a name. In your name, I would suggest you say exactly what you're here for. So if you've come to sell jewelry, make sure that's in your name in some way, form, or fashion. Don't be a jewelry store and name yourself Vanity or something crazy. People don't even know what that means. They don't know what you're selling. Be very, very clear about what you're selling in that name. That'll help you later, okay? So now that's the basics. We have all that stuff out the way. Then you have to make up your mind. Mindset is important. You have to have mindset. You have to make up your mind that you're going to succeed, okay? All the other things that I named are just basics. They're basics to success. That's just information. If you haven't made up your mind that you're going to succeed, it's not going to happen. You have to say, look, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to make it happen at all costs. No matter what I have to do, I'm going to get this done and make it happen. So you have to make up your mind. Your mindset is very, very important to success, okay? So you have to commit yourself to your Shopify business. Okay, so are you prepared? Are you prepared to succeed with Shopify? Do you have capital? Do you have working capital? If you don't have some sort of money, I'm going to suggest you close your Shopify store and you go and get a marketplace store, okay? Because marketplace stores like eBay, Amazon, when people see those names, they trust them. So they'll buy from you. When you sell on Shopify, you have to build a name for yourself. Keep that in mind, and it will take money, okay? But the money won't be wasteful if you make up your mindset. All right, so let's see. Let's move down. Let's move on. We went over logo and domain. Well, your domain, you can go to GoDaddy.com, get your domain. It looks more official than that Shopify domain. Name it after your store.com. They don't cost much. Make sure you get one, and you can plug that into your Shopify store if you're serious, okay? So I talked about the free trial. Now, let's go ahead and jump in real quick. We're going to jump in to talking about apps, okay? I'm not going to talk about all the apps. I talk about that in one of my courses. my first level course with all the necessary apps. You can also find that out for free places as well. Shopify has a really good blog. There are also lots of people who have written articles and reviews about the essentials of apps, okay? But if you click on this puzzle piece, here you have the App Store. What I will tell you about apps is that there are a lot of free apps and there are a lot of paid apps. Basically, apps are going to help the functionality of your store, okay? They're going to help you run your store smoothly. They're going to connect the dots for you. They're going to help to convert traffic. What's the use of traffic coming to your store? You drive let's say you drive 3,000 visitors over the next week to your store, but your store looks like crap and you don't have the right apps on your store. They're just going to turn away. You're not going to make any sales. I see people in the group all the time saying, what am I doing wrong? I'm running Facebook ads. I'm getting the traffic, but I'm not getting the sales. If your store isn't built properly from the ground up, you don't have a good foundation, you're not going to convert, okay? So I'm going to name the 3 top apps, must-have apps, okay, that you absolutely positively must have in your store. If you want to know all the apps I use, like I said, you can connect with me on that first level course. But I'm going to talk about the top 3 right now that I absolutely positively must have, right? And let me see. Here we go. Let's start now. Abandonment Protector. Okay, that's going to be number 1. Let's say you only had enough money to pick 3 apps. Abandonment Protector is going to run you. You're going to click on Visit Shopify App Store. Okay, we're going to type in the search what we're looking for. Okay, it's going to ask me to log into my store. All right, let me type it in here. Abandonment Protector. There we go. $8 a month. Free trial is 21 days. The guy that owns this, his name is Fernando. He's a great guy. He has great customer service. I'll buy anything he puts out. Abandonment Protector is a good app. Let me tell you why you need it, okay? You have to go in and you have to configure the app. It's going to send your customers a series of abandoned cart emails. Let me tell you that in e-commerce, okay, the abandoned cart rate is extremely high. It just comes, it's the name of the game. It's extremely high. When you have visitors, there's a lot, I don't know the exact percentage, but it's a large percentage of people who actually abandon carts. Follow-up is everything when it comes to e-commerce. So what the abandoned cart app is going to do is basically going to follow up with those customers who abandon their carts. It's going to send them a series of emails. You know how you visit a store, you leave your cart empty, you get these annoying emails? That's what the abandoned cart app is going to do, okay? So all you have to do is set up the emails. Matter of fact, Fernando will even help you set up the emails, okay? So you have to have that because follow-up is important. And let me show you something else. Let's say you do not have money to get the abandoned cart protector. It's just going to be more work for you, but it is workable. You will go into, let me see, I think it's customers. Just a minute, let me see here. And it may not actually show you because, let's see. Okay, yeah. You go under orders, right here where this check mark is. Do you see this tab that says abandoned checkouts? You're going to go there. Okay. Now, when you have orders or visitors to your store, people who have visited and filled their cart and then they left, your abandoned checkouts are going to show up here. Let me kind of show you in one of my actual stores, okay? Let me kind of show you the background of one of my stores so that you can see for yourself. Let me see what this looks like. Let me see. Just a moment, y'all. So don't be spying on my stores. Well, I'm just playing. I don't care. But let me just give you a little overview. Let's see. Let's go to orders. So let me show you, right? Abandoned checkouts. If you go here to abandoned checkouts, this is going to show you all the people in my store who came at some point. The last person who abandoned their cart was on the 25th, okay? Shopify is basically going to show you all the orders. And if you click on the order, what's going to happen it's going to give you send a cart recovery email. It's going to let you go ahead and send that person an email. Don't let anyone grab your bag. And this is just something that I customized. Okay, and then you can send an email. Personally, with me, I don't have time to sit up and send all these emails. I have more than one store, okay? But if you want to save money and right now you're new to it, go ahead, go for it. Knock yourself out. Send each customer a recovery email. Follow up is everything. Follow up is everything, and it works, okay? So let's go to the next app, Notify. Notify is another app, right? And let me show you what it does. And you want to be writing this down if you don't know about it, okay? This app is a converting app. It works. Let me kind of like show you what it does. When someone comes to into your store and they visit your store, what happens? Scroll down to the bottom of this store, right? We're going to scroll on down to the bottom of my store. And at the bottom of my store in a minute, do you see this little notification that's coming up? Oh man, I have this. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, okay? But it's at the bottom of my screen. And it says, customer in brand United States purchase, blah. So it's going to keep moving, okay? And it's going to keep telling people while they're visiting what people have purchased and how long ago people have purchased that item in my store, okay? So it's a very, very good app because what it does is it brings about that social proof, okay, that you need. All right, so we're going to move on. The next app that I'm going to tell you about is Oberlo Dropshipping. If you plan on drop shipping from China, okay, this is the app that you need because you're going to be able to upload products easily. And this kind of answers your question, Gerald. You're going to be able to bring over all your pictures into Shopify by the click of a button with this app. Now, I will tell you now, this app, I think it has a little bit of a free trial, I believe. The app is about $27 to $29 a month, but I'm going to tell you now, I can't live without it because it's going to easily help you to upload your products into Shopify, descriptions and everything. And then when it's time to fulfill your orders, the app is going to automatically fulfill orders for you. So it's going to offer you automatic order fulfillment. Basically, by the click of a button, it's going to fill out your addresses for customers. It's going to do everything for you. So we can do a whole nother webby on how to use this app if you guys request it, and I can show you, the specifics. But these are the top 3 essential apps. There are a lot more that you can get at a later date, but these are the top 3, and all 3 of these are actually paid. There are plenty of free apps you can get. One I'll give you is your contact us form. You want to get your improved contact form. That's what the app is called, so that you can put a contact us page on your store. You're going to need that. That's going to help you to convert sales, okay? Make sure that all the generic Shopify information that is on your store is changed, okay? Make sure it's changed. Make sure you take time to post your first blog post, because you don't want it to say, somebody visits your store and they say, hey, this is my blog. This is my Shopify blog. No, you don't want that, okay? You want to look official. You want to have your logo sitting on your store. You want to change your About Us page to a welcoming message, okay? You want to talk about who am I? How we pride ourselves on customer service. We're a small family-owned business. People love to hear that. All right, so you want to change all that information. Take time to go through your settings and really set your store up, because you don't want stuff looking generic when people come to your store, because they'll turn around and go right back out of it, okay? All right, drop shipping or physical products. Which one do I choose? So do you buy from wholesalers or do you want to drop ship, okay? Ask yourself one simple question, and this is just my webinar and this is my opinion, but do you want to make money? Do you want to be hassled down with products? Or do you want to make money? When the money starts rolling in, and then you can start getting new ideas of how to house inventory and how to put your stuff in pretty packaging, you can go for it later. But one thing that I did, guys, I did it backwards, okay? I branded myself right from the beginning. I branded my packaging. I had beautiful, pretty pink packaging, pretty logo stickers, pretty packages, all that stuff. Right? And I had all this inventory, thousands of dollars of inventory in my store. And I can teach you how to push that if you want, because I was successful at it. But it was a headache. It was long hours of me being up all night, not with my kids, not in bed with my husband, packaging orders. And then what happens when you hold on to an item that nobody wants and nobody likes, and you're not generating enough traffic, meaning you're not getting enough eyes on the product to sell it. Now you're stuck with all this inventory in your home, that you can't move. Then what do you do with it? You stress over it because you want to get your money back. Drop shipping is a whole different story. It's for bosses. It's for people who want to make big money. You know why? You never touch the product, okay? Basically, you're the middleman, and that's the way most businesses work, okay? You're getting your product from China or wherever else, okay? The customer's on the other end. You're going to be a boss marketer. You're going to bring the customer to the product and make the money in the middle, okay? And you can make as much money as you want to make. So you got to decide whether or not you want to buy from wholesalers. That's up to you if you want to. I don't deal with it anymore, okay? Because it's a waste of my time. So it's up to you whether or not you want to do that or not. Now, let me tell you the pros and cons of drop shipping versus having physical products. So if you drop ship, you basically give control. You're going to give control if you drop ship to the person that you buy the product from. So if I'm buying from China, if my seller decides to screw up and not sell my product and not send my product when they say they're going to send my product, it's for me to clean up. So basically my dependency is upon the Chinese drop shipper or the Chinese seller. My whole business depends on whether or not they deliver, okay? And I have to clean up messes that they make. So sometimes you spend a little more money trying to make customers satisfied. When they have Chinese New Year, you have to come up with a new plan, okay? So those are some of the cons that come with drop shipping. But with physical products, one of the good things is that you have more control over your brand, over your product, when things are shipped, with tracking, all that kind of stuff, okay? So let's see. Let's look at back at these questions. And I want to see if anybody has put any other questions in here so we can answer all the questions. Okay, now let's see. Ebony wants to know whether or not that happens a lot, not delivering on time. Now, yeah, sometimes it can happen a lot. But here's the thing. When you're buying from a Chinese seller, you just need to make sure that you always buy. Let me type it in here. You got to order things EPacket. Got to always order everything EPacket. Sometimes you're going to have to pay a couple extra dollars for EPacket. EPacket is going to get the product to your customer in a couple weeks, okay? That's what it's going to do. It's going to get the product to your customer in like about 2 weeks. EPacket numbers can be tracked in the USPS system. So the United Post Office system can track your EPacket orders, okay? Once they cross over into the shipping sorting center that comes from China. Once it crosses over, you'll be able to track the numbers in USPS. Any other type of Chinese shipping, you're not going to be able to do that. The other types of Chinese shipping that are good are like EMS, DHL. Those are really, really expensive. That's if you need to order an item in bulk. So here's what the business module looks like, guys. You're going to drop ship it first. You're going to drop ship your products, okay? If you start selling something like hotcakes, and you're getting 100 orders or more a week on that product, bulk it. You can buy it in bulk. Ship it yourself or buy it in bulk and send it to a fulfillment center in the US, okay? And then they can fulfill your orders for you. But wait until the product really takes off first. And like I said, customers, it's all about customer service. Most of your customers will be fine as long as you communicate with them. A lot of them, as long as you say on your store, please note, or or say something like this: please enjoy free shipping. Let's start there, right? I offer free shipping. Please note, due to like high demand, orders take up to 15 to 21 business days to arrive. Please allow 3 days to process. or something like that. Communicate with your customers. Put that message under all of your products. Long as you communicate with them, they can never come and say, oh, you lied to me. You told me I would get my product overnight and I didn't. They can never say that if you communicated it, okay? Now, Gerald, you asked a question if you about the pictures. I'm going to give you a good app. In Google Chrome, there's an app, and it's coming up now. I'm trying to see what this app is called. Okay, it's called the Image. Let me type it in here. Image Downloader. Okay? So when you go to AliExpress, and let's go there right now. Right? When you go to AliExpress.com and you go to a product. So let's just go to any product. Any product at all. See what they got going on. If you go to any product on AliExpress, bam. Let's see. What you have, so for the first thing you want to do is go to the Google App Store. It's free. Download the Image Downloader, right? What you can do, when you go inside the product page, and you see the images all the way at the top, okay? Click on the image to enlarge it. You're going to go up to the arrow at the top of your screen, which is the Image Downloader. You're going to click on it. What it's going to do, it's going to put all these images in a little box here. And I'm not sure if you can see it. Hopefully you can see it on my screen. Okay? Go all the way down. Now here are your pictures. So all you got to do is click these arrows on top. And they're going to start downloading to your computer, right? And they're all going to stack up at the bottom. And all you have to do is like drag and drop the images right into Shopify. Bam. Just like that. Bam. So if you're not using the importer app, the dropshipping app, the Oberlo that I mentioned to you, that's another way that you can download pictures. You can also use the Snipping Tool. Just type in Snipping Tool if you have a Windows-based system. It's normally free with Windows. It is the Snipping Tool. Okay, and that can also just basically, you can just, with the Snipping Tool, you can basically just grab images out of your any window that you're in online. So here's Snipping Tool right here. I'm going to click New, and here, look, just grab the picture right out of there, save it, right? Okay, save it, name it, you're on your way. All right. So those are some ways that you can grab pictures. Oberlo is the easiest way, but you can also use the Image Downloader, which is a free Google Chrome app. You can also use Snipping Tool, which comes for free with Windows-based systems, and you're good to go. So I'm gonna check questions again in the chat. You're welcome. Hit me with your questions, guys. I'm gonna use the rest of this time to answer any questions about Shopify or anything you want to know. Bring it to me. We're going to answer it. We got about 20 more minutes or 10 more minutes or so. Bring them to me. We're going to roll with it. Let me know what your questions are. I'll wait a little while. Let me see. Let me make sure I covered all my points. Any other questions that you guys might have? We can walk through something or whatever the case might be. So a lot of people ask the question whether or not they should have a completely set up your store for a beginner. Let me see here. What was his question about the images? Okay. So Valerie, you're saying completely set up your store for a beginner. I have some store setup videos for that. That's going to take a while, Valerie, to completely set up your store. What I would say is that you want to start with that link that I put in the chat. If you don't already have, okay, your Shopify store, go to that link I pasted in the chat. Start your 14-day trial, okay? And go through the steps. It's not hard at all. Shopify pretty much holds your hand. We can do another webinar if you'd like next week on completely setting up your store step by step for a beginner, and overview, if you would like to. That would better answer your question, because that's going to take us literally probably like the whole hour, like to set it to just for me to show you everything. Okay. So I also have Lady Boss Marketing. I have a course that will take you through everything, okay? And we can go through that if you're interested. Just contact me, all right? But we can always have a free webinar next week covering some basics. I don't mind at all, okay? So Ebony, as far as the question about images, he wanted to know how to take a picture from AliExpress to Shopify easily for a product. So I was showing him, you could either use the Orburlo, that app, that dropshipping app, to do that, okay? Or you can use in some different app tools that I typed here on the notepad, okay? So we have a Facebook ads traffic. How to get traffic, okay? Let me see, how to get conversions ROI, and do you know about Facebook ads and pixels with Shopify? Yes, I do, okay? And I can dust on that very, very, very lightly, okay? Because that's a whole nother webinar, right? So, Shopify ads, okay? Or Facebook ads. Now, I would suggest that you start with your free traffic sources. And let me name what those are, okay? Some of these integrate directly with your Shopify store. Pinterest, Instagram, okay, your regular Facebook fan pages. Build out your fan pages, okay? Let's see, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook fan pages. Let me see, these are like the main ones. Winello. These are the main ones that I use for free traffic, okay? And then your SEO, which is like your search engine optimization, your keywords, and all that kind of stuff. All right. Make sure you download the meta tags app, which puts meta tags behind all your images automatically, okay? When it comes to Facebook ads, let me talk to you a little bit about Facebook ads, okay? Facebook ads, all right, it's a lot of hype around Facebook ads online. I'm sure some of you are in a lot of the groups. You're seeing people saying that they've made, X amount of money from Facebook ads. Please be careful with people saying that they made 100,000, this, that, in 30 days. First of all, those screenshots, as you know, can be photoshopped. Be very careful with that. Most of those people are raving because they want to sell you their courses, okay? I have courses too, but I don't do fake screenshots to sell courses, all right? Facebook ads is a good advertising tool. As you know, Facebook has well over some billion visitors. Anywhere there are people, there are shoppers, there are consumers. You would probably be a fool not to tap into that at some point, okay? But let me drive this home. You need money, big money. You need some kind of working capital, okay? And you need mindset to run Facebook ads. So let me tell you how it goes. Start with a fan page. Here's the basics. Fan page. So you need to decide whether or not you're going to have a niche store or a general store. What is a niche? I used to think a niche was like just selling jewelry. That's not a niche. Okay, a niche is like dog lovers. A niche is like grandmas. A niche is like let's see what else. Firefighters, okay? So what you want to do is build out fan pages. You want to build out fan pages for the different products you have in your store, and you want to niche your products down, okay? That's the easiest way to sell on Facebook. All right? Let me tell you one of the niches that I have. I have a niche called princesses. And this is a crazy niche. I like princess stuff. I like girly stuff. There's a whole gang of people on Facebook that love princess stuff. I sell princess themed jewelry. Anything princess, I sell it. They get excited about it, okay? So what you want to do is create a fan page under that niche, right? Start posting to that fan page every day, 2-3 times a day. Regular stuff, just stuff that they would get excited about. I mean, I post like some Beauty and the Beast teacups. I got like 100 likes. I posted a dream wedding that a princess would like. I got crazy likes on that stuff. Engage your fans, okay? Then you want to start running campaigns to your fan pages. Meaning that you start with a pay per engagement ad, and this is just an overview. Probably some of you probably won't even know what I'm talking about. But you start with a pay per engagement ad, $5 a day. Okay, you run it with a nice image. Okay, and a tagline. You need to say something. You need to encourage them to like and share your post. You need to run that for about 5 to 6 days. So look how much that's going to cost you. About $30. That's going to tell you whether or not they're excited about the product or not. From there, you're going to need to go into Facebook reporting and read your reports to see what's working and what's not, okay? I'm not even going to get on targeting. You have to know how to target, okay? You got to do research and know how to target. And once you run that ad, you're going to switch that ad, okay, to a website conversion ad. So you said for phone cases, like what kind of audience would you target? You're going to have to go to audience insights. And you're going to have to do that research. Okay, because I don't want to just shoot it out there, right? You're going to have to figure out what type of phone cases. Okay, if I was you, I would niche down. Niche down, meaning sports phone cases. That way you can target some people who like sports. Pick a certain team, the Steelers, teams like that. Find stuff that people are passionate about and then cross it with whatever you're selling. Do you see what I'm saying, Gerald? So that means just don't sell phone cases. Sell phone cases behind some sort of community or cause that people would get excited about. That's how you sell on Facebook. So you don't want to just sell phone cases. You want to sell football phone cases, superhero phone cases, autism phone cases. You want to reach out to a cause, create a fan page, get people excited about it. They're more apt to buy it. Just an in general phone case, they can go to Best Buy for that. They're not going to get excited about that most likely, okay? Not saying you can't get organic Google traffic for a regular phone case, right? But you want to cross your products with niches, especially if you plan on doing Facebook advertising, because people come to Facebook to socialize. They don't want to buy. They want to talk. They want to see what grandma did yesterday. They want to see, what did my best friend just do? What does she look like when she went out to that party? I want to be nosy what's going on. So in order for you to get these social people to want to make an impulse purchase from you, you have to get their attention. And the only thing that's going to get their attention is stuff that they're absolutely positively passionate about right now. So you have to create fan pages to reach those that are passionate about certain niches, okay? So one thing you can do is, what I would suggest, a lot of people suggest, start out with a general store. A general store, okay? Like a Walmart, all right? Do your research on AliExpress, watchcount.com, sites like that. See what's selling hot. See what the most people are buying. Start adding that stuff to your store. The more you add, the more you sell. Okay, you might not have time for that. You might have to outsource that. I don't know. But the more you add, the more you sell. Now, Gerald, with Facebook Pixels, the good news is now Facebook, if you go into your settings, I believe that is, and you go into, I think, online store, and you scroll down a little bit, now Facebook is allowing you to paste your pixel right there, okay? And then it's showing you, it's taking you through, how do I set this up? Facebook Pixel Help. Telling you what to do. Okay, so basically you just got to go into your ads manager in Facebook, set up your pixel. Once you set your pixel up, pretty much a click of a button. You're going to copy and paste it, bring it back to your Shopify dashboard, paste it, and save it. They just released this past week, which makes it easier, okay? You're going to need that pixel to track all your sales. All right, and a lot of things factor in with sales. You're going to need to age that pixel. So like I said, make sure you're in a Facebook advertising for the long haul. I would suggest you go with free traffic sources. Myself, there are a lot of them. So are there any other questions that anybody has? We have a few more minutes left, guys. Is there any other questions? If you haven't joined the group, the Lady Boss Marketing 101, check out the file section. Check out the group, interact with the group. Anytime you have any questions, post them to the group. I'll be glad to answer them to the best of my ability. Let me make sure we got everything here. All right. Here's the link to the free marketing group, guys. I will post it. You may already be members of it, but I will post it in the chat. There. Email me if you're interested in coaching in business or any of my courses. Bam, there's my email. Shoot me an email, and let me take a look at more questions. You said, how is the gross calculated from the pure profit from sales made in your store? Well, I don't know. Hopefully I'm understanding you correctly, but basically, I mean, I just make sure that whatever I'm buying from AliExpress or wherever, that I'm marking it up. And I have my own markup. I mean, what I would tell you is that you want to make sure that you mark products up. You're at least getting $10 profit in each thing at a minimum. Some people go lower. I typically want to make sure I'm getting $10 profit and more in each item, okay? And typically I have apps in my dashboard that actually show me my my profit versus my what people are buying. It shows me the difference. It shows me the amount of the difference. So I'm able to see that. But you just want to make sure that you are pricing your items. And oh yes, you surely can. You surely can. You can start slowly. You can start with just one product to push ads to. You can do that. Some people have an entire store with only a couple products in the whole store, and they start testing products. So Facebook ads are basically just like throwing paint on the wall. You just got to have money, okay, to do it. Okay? Just got to have money. And I'm sorry, that was Valerie that asked that, not Gerald. Okay, I'm sorry, Valerie. I'm glad that makes sense. And that's okay. So yeah. Make sure that you're pricing your items. You're here to make money. You're here to close. You're not here to give away stuff. I mean, you can run giveaways every now and then from your fan pages just to create buzz and get organic traffic. But when you come online to make money. No doubt about it. Don't sell cheap products. Don't give stuff away. It's all about mindset. When I first started, just like the store I just showed you, bunch of cheap stuff on there. One of my older stores, okay? My mindset was, oh, it's easy to get people to buy stuff like free plus shipping offers. Yes, they are easy to run ads. You can get a whole bunch of sales, but you won't get rich off of them, okay, guys? You want to up your mindset. Start looking for stuff that's more quality on AliExpress. Start looking for stuff that's more quality materials, okay? You don't want to get into selling anything too big and too large in size, because then you might have to handle returns, and that might be an inconvenience to you. But high price tags, don't be afraid to do it. Okay, it's all about your targeting. But there are some really, really good free traffic sources, guys, that you can tap into. The key is consistency, and the more you add to your store, the better chances you have to sell. But do your research before you just start adding products. So does anybody have any more questions? Make sure you guys connect with me. Reach out to me if you need courses or coaching. I'm here. Does anybody have any other questions? Because I want to make sure that everybody's questions are answered. I don't want to miss anybody. So I'll wait a couple minutes just in case anybody else has any questions about this particular business. Like I was saying before, Shopify it has its cons, okay? Cons is that monthly bill will come around. Okay. All right, okay, Gerald. Um I would say to start send people to the product. Okay, you want to if you especially if you're wanting people to buy a particular product, and like you said, if you want to start advertising Facebook ads, using Facebook ads to advertise one product, don't ever send them to the main page. You cannot depend on customers to click around. Okay, very few of us do that. And most of us that are intelligent enough to do that, we have our own businesses, or we're very intelligent, we're very savvy on computers. Most people who are consumers, they do not waste time, okay, clicking around. They don't think that way. I'm telling you now. If you post a product to your fan page, the product has a link right under it. You'll have people commenting for days, where do I buy this? They will not think to just go up there and click it and just go buy it. You have to actually interact and go all the way down the thread and paste the link. People just don't think. So I mean, good for us. They're great consumers. They're great buyers, but they need you almost to hold their hand to get to the product page. I see a lot of my colleagues saying that they actually send customers to the collection page. So let's say you're advertising, I don't know, Spider-Man watches or whatever, and be careful with that kind of stuff too, because that's infringed and all that. But let's just say you're selling some sort of watch and it has a theme behind it. So let's say it has a superhero watch. So you send that person to a collection of superhero jewelry instead of sending them to the watch. Some people say that what happens is because those people are fanatic, they will buy more than one thing. They will add more than one thing to cart. So that works for some people, but for me, I've always just sent people directly to the product. So any other questions? It's 9 o'clock, guys. It's actually time to jump off the Webby. But if anybody has anything else, because I was a couple minutes late, I'm here to answer it. But I hope you guys got some value. That was quick. I talked really fast. But I hope you guys all gained some value from the webinar. We can do this again. And Valerie, I don't mind doing like a Webby or getting with you about setting up your Shopify store. It's very easy to do, and it just takes a minute to explain step by step what we need to do. But does anybody have any more questions, or is everybody good? Okay, awesome, Valerie. Gerald, thanks for coming. Ebony, thanks for coming. Shantae, thanks for coming. If I missed anybody and you didn't post any questions, all of you rock. Come on, you're going to rock it out in 2016 and boss up. You can do it. Just set your mindset to it and you can make it happen. So, any other questions, guys? And because I'm about to close the webinar here. Okay, guys, you all are awesome. Thanks for coming out. And holler at me in the group or send me messages. Get with me about coaching, whatever you need. And I'm here to help you as much as I can, okay? Blessings, y'all. Thanks for coming out. All right. Good night.